Hello everyone! I am here today, joined by Natnif to wish a clash of two titans representing their two respective regions of the North and the Great British Isles. It is Quick Esports versus Oblivione, two very well known organizations, been around for a long time now, and I'm sure it's going to be an exciting game for all to view. And now that I've got my yapping out of the way, it's time for you to introduce yourself, Natnif, with your
Well,
magnificent beard.
thank you very much, Match. It's great to be back here, and especially with yourself as well. I know that you being the number 2 damage dealer in the entire of EMEA will definitely be what's needed to give us the analytical edge to explain, give our viewers a bit of a preview to what this matchup's going to be. But first of all, some housekeeping matters. We do want to thank everyone that came along to watch yesterday, despite the technical problems that we had to face it and the many obstacles we had to overcome. It was great to see so many of you show up just to watch the perspective from the very monstrous Dip playing that Genji. So thank you to all you watching and, of course, all you returning. But I imagine we'll see quite a few more faces here because, like you said, Matthew, it's a real clash of the Titans. Two very stacked rosters, two very exciting teams to see being played out. But let's first of all get our team, our side of the ring, fleshed out in our viewers' minds. Willis, Dip, Snowdrop, Zydra, Yoham, and Natsuki. What can you tell our lovely audience about some of these players, Matthew?
Well, I mean, it is a very young and upcoming team for sure, with that core of Willis and Snowdrop. Both not on my level of age quite yet, and they're gonna bring some energy into these games that you don't really maybe normally see from these more experienced teams, like the Ultimates, who are now the number 1 seed. They are more experienced. They do bring that more stability, that consistency, and that stable gameplay that maybe sometimes are not a fan of, but for macro-minded people like myself, I do like those teams. But this is gonna be a real energetic core of players, and I'm very excited to see what they're gonna bring to the table. For this game in the future, I'm sure they're gonna go quite far.
Yeah. Although, while we talk about, the young bloods in the team, it also is important to, point out the fact that we do have kind of split in terms of the ages here as well. So, there's some debate around, if Matthew is an Unk, which the answer is, of course, yes. I mean, but there's someone there's no debate around is Natsuki, who's 26, Yoham, Zydra, all 20 plus. The rest of the core are all around or below 18. So it's a great mix, like you said, of that experience and that new fresh talent. So definitely, a pretty proven backline, I would say. Johan Berger, of course, ready to just keep the team well fed alive. Been a part of the scene for a long time. Raz Voracious, Sheer Cold, Peps, GG, and Quick in the past. Natsuki and Zydra, I faced myself in OWCS Stage 2 with Nuage, and now they are here to play. But yeah, it's really nice to see these players kind of culminate together. They've all been standouts in their teams in their own right, and really they've kind of risen to the surface to really form a pretty dangerous team. And they came, I think, top 6, top 7, maybe top 8, I can't remember exactly where they placed in the Swiss stage, but definitely still a team that you have to fear no matter where you kind of placed in the top. And even the top 1, 2 teams, despite how stacked they are, will have to keep a close eye on Quick Esports. But that's not to say this journey through to the qualification, the playoffs, is going to be easy. Looking at our first opponent, for example, Oblivione, equally as stacked of a roster, match. Who are a couple of standouts from your end?
The roster as itself has been together for quite a long while. From Pitbull Storm, they've been around for I say nearly 1.5 years now. That core of Tekuno, Captain Prash, SXJ, and yeah, then you've got an add-on here recently of Senna, a very notorious calling all heroes hit scan, very big aimer, and yeah, I do think that Senna is gonna be the shining star and maybe the big turnaround for this game. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring out here. You've got the experience versus a newer roster core, which is yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup. Quick did take this first matchup already in this stage against EXO in a 2-0 match. Apparently a very close second map. So we'll see how this goes, especially with Zydra bringing that true cold energy into this game, vibing in apparently a boot camp inside my home country, Finland. Somewhere over here, we've got some Ocean blood bringing in some heat to this showdown in the despite cold atmosphere of Finland.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be heat on both sides. Both teams are going to be very, very hungry to progress further into the rest of our tournament here, as I believe, depending on these matchups, if they win this match, are going to be a close one. But I think, we are a little bit biased, of course. We're on Quick's side here, but I think they do take this overall. They'll be facing against, oh my goodness, I can't pronounce the name. I think it's Al-Qadisiyah is versus Uramarai. Most likely, we will see Al-Qadisiyah then be the ones facing Quick, which is, if you look at it just like raw, Al-Qadisiyah had some big names on their team. Generally, like, you could argue like a top 3 roster in EMEA, but if you want to look historically, some of our, more long-term Quick fans might remember a matchup against ROC, that team, back quite a while ago, which is quite a similar team in terms of quality and even some similar names. And that was an upset that Quick were able to achieve. So, going into that next match following the EXO one, it's still going to be an underdog story, but there is going to be a lot of bite behind, the bark of Quick. There is still a lot of hope, a lot of drive from those players. Losing that though, Machu, it's going to be either losing EXO against EXO, sorry, is either going to be against Vision Esports or Meavdron, which I think you might be a bit more well equipped to talk us through Oracle. What is that future going to look like for Quick?
Yeah, there is the matchup going currently against Team Peps and Vision just starting at the same time as we are, which is gonna determine the possible lower bracket matchup if that goes through. I would, in either one of them can be an opponent coming in the future. I'm expecting Quick to go through with this and take it to the upper bracket against Al-Qadisiyah. Yurei Mira is a very strong team on the upper bracket as well, but Al-Qadisiyah has a more experienced core roster of former OWL talent and the current Saudi talent. So either way, whichever result here comes in the favor or disfavor of Quick is going to be an interesting matchup to look at in the next coming hours. But yeah, I think we're just about to head into the map here. And just before we start, for the people to look out for in this match today, for the side of Quick Esports, have a look to see if you can spot the young talent and the aggression of Willis, the rank 1 tank on EMA ladder right now. And then for the side of Ex-Oblivion, keep your eye out on Captain Prash, the Lucio and Brig connoisseur. Some regard him as the best Brigitte player in the world, and that is very possible to see here today.
Yeah, well, he'll have to definitely put some quite impressive performances on to prove that, but still the quality, the caliber of both these teams cannot be denied, cannot be understated. And looking to see here, it's pretty typical. XSJ is hovering this summer, but unlikely we'll see it come through. I think both teams will just default to the meta. I mean, actually, they are hovering different looks. We'll have to see if it is just a bait, but as the gates roll out to our first map here, the Mei is being held onto by SXJ.
Yeah, possibly trying to give yourself some more sustain by yourself here. Not a very diveable target, the Mei. But in the exchange, EXO will have a bit less flank potential, as Snowdrop and Dip are already going low on the side of Quick Esports. Not quite able to find the picks here from the side of EXO, but SXJ is going low on their side as well. We're seeing a bit of a hazard interaction here in the middle as well as slashing and dashing and shooting each other. SXJ has his cryo forced and Snowdrop almost finds the pick. Skytor getting dangerously low here, had to use the wall there to keep himself up.
It is just a stalemate, like you said, these hazards just dancing, prowling on each other. But right now, Experience have gotten the point with an early advantage to them. Snowdrop now in this right, we're looking for some shots. Can they get the successful hit off though? Can Dip and Willis combine together? But oh, XSJ goes on really aggressively. Natsuki booping them in, and now Willis is on the flank, but can they get the trade? Natsuki has died to a headshot from XSJ, and XSJ also takes out Willis as well. Two very aggressive picks finally being paid off there as the first fight will go the way of Ex-Oblivione.
Yeah, and it does look like with this setup from this Mei, that self-sustain and that map control are going to great use, as they did take control of a lot of the map side here, forcing Quick Esports on the back foot. Now a Kiriko rush exchange push will be happening. You want to use this first as Johan, try to get into that aggressive interaction on the backline, force those resources, but Willis is getting split off here by that Mei wall. There's another wall being used by Hazard, and there's the Kiriko matchup. Tekuno finds a pick onto Natsuki. Willis is being forced to block here a lot, but Snowdrop finds a pick onto Senna. Now there's a damage advantage for the side of Quick. And if Willis is trying to flank here, it gets booped by a nice boop from Captain Prash. Skytor finds Snowdrop in that exchange, and Skytor is now looking very low. Dip finds the pulse bomb, and now it's Quick's turn to turn the favor of the fight. You're just going to run up now, take some space. You're going to force EXO back. There's nothing to keep them out anymore. The cryo is also forced out from SXJ. Blizzard still possible. Doubt is gonna be used. It is going to be used. Will is just going to ignore that. Try to get himself onto the Sojourn. The beat is also used by the side of EXO, getting great pressure here onto holding this point. Now it's Willis deploying that down for, and Snowdrop is getting low, gets picked up by Skitor, and Senna finds Johan. Now it's looking very dire for Quick. No one left alive, only 20% left. Are they going to be trying to get Willis out here? Probably not able to, but just forcing him out. There's only 15% left now on the point. And the retouch is looking very unlikely for Quick.
Yeah, there was one pixel HP for Dip to hold on, but now it's all on him to get this touch coming through. You can hear, though, Captain Prash hot on his heels, but actually, no, they're letting him touch the point. They know that you're down a man, and now we're up an overclock. Senna popping it, looking for the shots. Headshot, dulled by that beat from Natsuki, but Snowdrop not so fortunate. Johan has found a trade onto Skytor and Dip the point flip from behind. Willis as well stuck himself through, and Johan finds his second this fight. A headshot onto SXJ, and I mean, Expavione, they played that right. They let Dip go and take the point, but the individual performances there from Johan, from Willis, turned that fight around. Yes, Expavione hit first, but Quick Esports hit back harder. And now, Matthew, they've bought themselves some time, but it's a long, long trek to go.
Yeah, though the time, you know, is also gonna run out. There's only 25% taken here. The ultimates on neither side yet. The Kiriko Rush is getting close. Johan gets it first. Is not going to pop it here. Does respect that Tekino Kiri Rush as well. Just going to be holding the space. And now the Kiriko Rush is popped very aggressively. Going in first. Very nice aggression. Very nice first initiative here. Willis almost finds Senna there. SXJ gets traded out for, though, in that Tekino Kiri Rush as well here. Now being forced out. Snowdrop and Johan being forced onto the other side of the main. Willis dropping that down for, doesn't manage to find anyone, but instead the Skytor and Senna find 2 picks.
The double kill from him, cleaning up on that Hazard ult. Will it be enough though? It's a Hazard and a Kiriko versus the Lucio and Tracer on the point. EXO versus Quick, both of them can sense how crucial this fight is. The point flip looking to come through from EXO Oblivion, and now overtime has been triggered. Who can touch from Quick? Dip a headshot first to clear him out. Recall's been forced, but Takuno, Suzu's been cleansed out. Natsuki boots off the map. Oh no, he cling on for dear life as Captain Prash will unleash that beat. You have Natsuki not able to respond, and no one from Quick is able to touch. I mean, Quick Esports make a valiant effort to turn around, but they really felt like they were on the back foot from this control point. And considering how it was a 200-0, the first map, Quick Esports feels like they're facing a whole different beast at the moment against Ex-Oblivione.
Yeah, and I mean, I do like this May pick here. It did give EXO that control over that control point, actually, control center there. Yeah, the walls were really well placed there from SXJ, and combining with Skytor's own walls, there's not many places you can run to as Quick here when everything is blocked off. But we're going to be seeing the more normal setup now here from Ex-Oblivione, looking like the Chaser Soldier and the default meta pick currently along the Genji. And now this is going to be a pure mechanical matchup. Good team play is important. Mechanics are going to be more important. Who's going to get these first picks is going to be also important. We're going to see a lot of tank exchanges and squishing exchanges here. As we do see that really early dive in by Willis. By Skitor onto Willis. As Captain Prash finds Dip. A 2v1 looks like on the off angle. And that really punishes Quick there. EXO gets the initial pick, and now it's looking like they're all going to fall here in a matter of minutes and seconds. Yeah. Well, mostly seconds, not minutes. It's not gonna be that slow.
Yeah, it's all too fast for Quick Esports to catch up there and try and find the trade. Losing these side fights will just topple into a domino effect, and right now it's all going to be in these pairings, these matchups. Dip and Natsuki versus Captain Prash and SXJ on the flank. Senna versus Snowdrop, who can hold their counterpart at bay and find that differential. Right now, Skitor just playing up on this high ground, looking for the hit onto Snowdrop, who will barely get away with this life, sliding through the danger into safety there. He has a rail. Can he find the headshot right now? He's just having to scurry around, searching for a crumb of healing. Gonna get top hit. Dip and Captain Prash and Natsuki all engaged in their dance on the left side here. But Willis, in the meantime, and Snowdrop as well, will find their first kills. Seems at last Quick Esports have put their pedal to the metal, stepping on the gas there. That surviving from Snowdrop was huge because a big investment from Skitor didn't find that value, and then Quick's hit definitely drew blood.
Yeah, Snowdrop's skin there as well, very representative of his name, that white outlaw skin with that snowflake charm. As now we see Ex-Oblivione not showing any restraint here, going straight to the point. Now having map control once again. No hit by Quick Esports in time. They're going to be touching the point here. Will is going to be engaging onto Skitor, taking him all the way down to half HP. But now it's looking rough for Willis as well. Everyone is surrounding him. Snowdrop finds a drop pick onto Senna. And now it's looking like it's Quick Esports advantage here. Kitty Rush on the point, going to be hunting down the side of Ex Oblivione. They're all on low HP, resources running low. And it is Captain Prash falling to Willis, Dip finding the last 2 picks. And a nice clean fight from a rough start for Quick Esports.
Yeah, Johan investing that Kirikurush a moment before Tekuno could was definitely the deciding factor on top of Snowdrop hitting that headshot. Yes, the Sojourn might be fragile like the Snowflake that he represents, but he is definitely ready to give a good old frostbite to whoever steps out to him. Right now, SXJ and Dip again in this duel that can determine so much. The Mega Steel is dangerous, and SXJ has to respect that a lot, getting chased down by Dip. Hazard there, I'm not sure who that caught onto, but I think it was Willis there caught in that exchange. Skytor now looking to find more. Snowdrop now a drop in the ocean as it's all red from the side of the kill feed. Can anyone touch? Can they sort this point? No, the wall was denied there from Skeetor.
Yeah, now those last few picks a bit late here. They're all going to be catching the same wave though, which is now going to allow them to get into this fight a little bit quicker. Nothing really major to start out with here. You can initiate with your overclock, but it is going to be matched by Captain Precious Beat and Senna's own overclock if you do decide to use that. The ult economy looking a bit rough for Quick, but we'll be seeing how this fight pans out in the next coming seconds.
Yeah, it all comes down to the execution of these ult combos, but who will be the one to drop the guillotine first? Dip, all eyes pressuring out Skeetor. Skeetor so slow, and there it is, the overclock to find the finishing blow. But that Senna unleashes her own, looking to see if she can trade this back. The beat invested as well from Natsuki. I mean, you have to respect Senna there, but Senna's not too unhappy with that. She gets a pretty key ultimate, and now Precious Beat will be unanswered. It's practically the only ult on the field. Yes, Johan is quickly cooking up another rush, but that's a pretty crucial exchange there.
Yeah, now just as I said, that Quick's ultimate economy is looking rough. Not looking rough for Ex Oblivion as well. Only Captain Precious Beat available. As Quick have now decided to hold this right side, denying that point engagement, and SXJ is already forced out of the recoil. The beat is used aggressively by Captain Prash, trying to find any value of it. Quick is just going to be kiting it. The HP bars are running low though. If they are able to sustain this, it's a good fight coming up. And no, not quite. Ex Oblivion make good use out of that beat, find the picks that they need, and now flip the point. Only 20% left.
These last taggers could be really devastating, as now it's going to be on either Dip or Natsuki to touch the point. Yes, Yoham has that Kirikosh, but they're unable to use it quickly, and I mean, given their positioning, it's quite difficult to do so. Takuna will surely be able to match, and Skeetor is nice to be ahead on that thing, but no, Dip's been hunted down. The Slash and SXJ tearing him to shreds, and now someone else has touched the point, but Johan finds the headshot, finds the second kill. Johan is just a chef at the moment, frying up a feast, but Skytor looking to put an end to that, unleashing the hazard ult, finding the first kill, but Willis will find him instead. SXJ trades onto Snowdrop, the hazard ult going wide, not finding connection, and Takuno's found the headshot. Now it's all on these last two engages. SXJ holding on to the point for dear life, but Willis will shake him free. The Pest down at last, but now two more which on the fray. Senna's back on the Symmetra. Overtime ticking down here. Who can hold on? Willis is so low, but the cleanse is there to keep him up. The only ult coming online is going to be that beat, but it's still so far away, far too far to save Willis from that mortal coil. But Snowdrop's found one. Skytor on a tear though. Takuno joining up. It's all Ex Oblivion at the moment. Can anyone from Quick find an answer? And no, it's going to be a 2-0 for the start of the first map here. Lijiang Tower goes the way of Ex Oblivione.
Yeah, very wise decision there from Senna to get that TP into play, getting the entire team back together on the point instead of individually trickling down with quick picks. Everyone is able to maintain their structure with just a slight swap of character there, which helps everyone get back on time and turning a 4v2 into a 2v2 into a 5v2 for the side of Ex Oblivione. It's a very impressive play there from the side of EXO.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be quite disheartening, because I think it's definitely important to point out the mental effect on that, because you went from a 200-0 on your first map of Control to now just having that last win, those overtime seconds just slip through your fingers into forming a pretty sad pool of defeat at the ground. It's got to be quite rough, but these are professionals. These are players that have been in a situation before, and they have to know they need to come back, because it was competitive. It wasn't a stomp either way, like anyone was expecting. This is going to be the clash. This is not just going to be a sweep, a bulldozer. This is going to be a brutal fight. Grapples, wrestles to the ground, both trying to throw the other off this journey of OWCS Stage 1. And yes, Matthew, I think it was interesting. Like you said, the Symmetra pick definitely was a pretty big factor on that second map, but the Mei pick on the first map is not something I've seen all too much of, but really seemed to be paying off its dividends.
Yeah, it does seem like Ex-Oblivion are going more in this map control fashion, where Quick want to go in this divey, rushy execution fashion style team compositions. It does seem to be working for them quite well. When it was this pure Tracer Soldier matchup, it did look like Quick had a slight advantage, but then that Symmetra pick really threw everyone off guard with that last touch from the entire team. And the one thing we forgot to mention or even pull up here is the fact that there are hero bans enabled. And the hero bans for this map,
Oh,
yeah, they were Ball Genji, the bans for this map. And it does
ah,
seem like that is why we weren't seeing that Genji so much, but we might be seeing it coming up in the next few maps once we get to know the map pool, which I might have missed out on. I did not check much on
so who,
the actual Faceit page. I am not. I'm sorry. I'm not really on track with everything. But
do you know which team banned which? Because I find that quite interesting. The Bull ban. I mean, I think that's is that more targeted towards Skeetor? I believe we've seen that a decent amount from the past, but I'm not sure where that. I mean, I guess it is a pretty potent pick on this Lijiang, a couple of points, maybe outside of control center, but it didn't really. I don't think it really would have swayed the sides. The Genji ban is a little bit more interesting. You know, it's a bit more variety. Maybe I think SHA is very, very lethal on both of these characters. So I'm wondering what the decision making is behind those picks, Matthew.
yeah, I do believe that the ball pick is just to deny any possible comps on that Lijiang night market. It is a very popular pick and it does scramble a lot of teams around typically, since it is quite an unusual thing to see in scrims as well. Not a lot of teams run it, even though the power it has, you know, on that night market. Also on Gardens, still an underrated pick, though everyone knows about the boops and the hogs and everything that's played on that map. It is still an unusual pick in this 5v5 format. It used to be more popular in the 6v6 when you could hold your backline more stable. But
Hmm.
now it's a bit less seen. It works every time I see it, so there's no reason to not play it. But yeah, no. Then the possible Genji pick is just probably just because you don't want to take a direct matchup that you probably took in the last matchup you had against Quick. I'm assuming that might have been Exo's ban, since there might have been some involvement of the Genji being a big differential here for that previous matchup.
Yeah, the bits I managed to catch of Dip's POV here and there did just look like a slaughter. It looks like quite, you know, just ravaging the entire opposition. So I understand that, but I think it's a pretty important ban to get out the way very early on. But I mean, considering this is only what I think a best of 5 or a first of 3, uh, it is quite interesting to use that, you know, span it in the works this early on. I also do wonder because will we maybe see a potential hazard ban come out now from the side of Ex Oblivione? They are probably a bit more well known for flexibility in the tank department. Willis, of course, very, very proficient, but we have seen him, you know, have quite a preference for Hazard. I mean, I think it's like a 71% win rate in Champ on Hazard at the moment, which is just. I don't think there's any words to really describe that, if I'm being quite honest with you, except for fear. But we'll have to see as we are going into the second map soon. It's going to be Havana, and we're going to see the Widow Sig band as well. Very impactful, particularly on this map.
Yeah, interesting to ban these two characters. Very popular here, so I understand why you would ban them. And if I had to guess, that the Widowmaker ban is probably from the side of Quick, since you've got to worry about Senna on Widow. Obviously, very
Well,
famous Widow player,
I mean,
but
the quickest on the ultimate, you know, macro decision of just picking up the entire of Ex Obliviones. I believe our names are the wrong way around for the moment, but I'm sure we'll get that fixed as quick as possible to avoid confusion. But yes, there it's gonna is, and is Senna. I mean, yeah, Senna's widow on this map is definitely devilish to be saying the least. But again, their Sojourn. This is a competition that Quick did just lose. I mean, yes, sounds the Genji in the mix, but they are going to be having to deal with an early aggressive spawn hold here. So, what will be the decision making for how to deal with that?
I think you just gotta find the one door, you get out of it as a team, you invest some sort of a resource, have a resource here to get out of the choke point, and then start to fight this Senna angle on main. Willis does decide to use that leap. Smart decision now on the left side, very pressuring towards the Senna Sojourn angle, being already forced down to the right side. The wall is used there as well. EXO looking more split than Quick at this moment, but Quick see the health pools are running low. So is Skitor, sorry, and now it's just nothing happens here, but the positioning for Quick is looking better and better slowly. They're flipping the mech around, Snowdrop does fall. Nice wall there from Willis to find the SXJ. And now it's anyone's fight to take. Obviously these picks, slow picks are going to favor Quick here. These trades are going to be better for them since spawn is closer. And it does maybe look like Senna's gonna fall here. There it is. All these picks are finally happening. And the spawn hold is still fine. You invest 50 seconds, 55 nearly seconds of the clock here. Just for holding close. And your ultimate economy is looking similar here on the side of EXO.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few notable advantages for, I think, EXO. They do have the Hazard ult pretty lickety split compared to Willis, who was forced to play a lot more kind of less consistently than he would with those early picks coming out from Explodione. But yeah, 50 seconds already drained off the clock, and can they get any more? Can they wilt this time back down to 0 this first point? It'll be quite a feat, but Johan's looking to not let that happen in the slightest. Early aggressive rush matched by Takuno, but it's unmatched aggression from the side of Explodione. They found 2 picks to Willis's 1. They are down 1 man at the moment. Make that 2. 3 even as the entire team just falls to Senna and Skytor's. Batman and Robin act there, jumping in from the top high ground, slamming down the top ropes. But now Quick do have... I'm trying to see if they have... They are noticeably ahead on the blade a little bit, but it's mostly just resetting back to this neutral fight, and who'll be the first to draw blood.
Yeah, it's going to be all about ultimate users here. Skitor instantly find Natsuki. And there is a nice downforce that is used by Skitor looking to finish the fight, and the fight is finished just like that. 2 minutes off the clock already, and Quick Esports are almost being held back in their spawn.
Yeah, I mean, they do invest that Hazard ult, which is pretty damn potent, but now Willis really has to find impact with that ult in this fight, else it could really snowball out of control. And yes, you have Sunjump on your team, but you're not really that proficient in winter environments just yet. SXJ already been corralled back a bit. Skitor looking for a hit on the backline. There's the wall to isolate, but no pick to come through. Willis, there's the Hazard ult. Can it find the connection? Skitor so slow, but there's the beat to keep him up. Later beat, though, coming out from Natsuki, and Dip's going to pull the blade. He has to find the impact dash, slash, but he's booped away. Able to get the dash reset, though. Nice assist there from Natsuki onto Skytor, and that's the picks you need. That's the fight you want to get this cart rolling towards this first point capture.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice beat blade combination there. You have your patience. You went in a second. Just what you need. The EXO do look like they're going to retouch this. That possible Kiriko rush coming up, which if you use it early enough, might be a threat here to take this back. Skitor jumping in early, and there is the Kiriko rush from Tekuno. Snowdrop answers with a nice overclock, trying to find any picks here, just going to kite this Kiri rush out, and then probably answer with Joham's own here later on. We'll see what's going on, and that's just what is going to happen.
Oh, but there's the blade, and oh my goodness, shut down by Dip. He's making his mark on who is the Genji in this lobby, and Captain Prash is his next victim to fall. That blade does not even match the one that Dip has in his back pocket, and yeah, that's the kind of performance you need to get back your confidence, get back in the swing of things, tip the scales in your favor as you have 2 minutes 30 seconds to work through this second point.
Yeah, and just like Logan Paul says, I like my cheese dippy, bro. As Dip doesn't really pop off there. And now it's looking like Willis wants to hold it close. Doesn't manage to keep it though. Entire EXO roster is coming up, trying to clear him out. And there is a Skytor ultimate coming up soon, as is Willis' downpour as well. And we'll be seeing how you play this. EXO wanting to take that high ground from them and possibly drop just in like that. Skytor on a dangerous angle now. Willis being pressured out quite heavily here, just like how you want it.
Yeah, Rehad may have so much, but Willis right now is the Batman of Havan here, just preying on these targets, looking for targets, but he's being sent out there. The entire Rogues Gallery hunting him down, sending him running for the hills. But what are we back to the spawn room? No, he barely gets the care, but SXJ not so fortunate as Willis will find that first pick, and it looks like Explodione have to respect, has to fall back, but Senna's been isolated there. Do they notice that? Can they get the pick? Oh, but the Hazard ult looking until it's on a nice dodge from Willis to deny that pick. A beat from Natsuki as well. They want to win this now. Later beat from Pash is pretty noticeable though. And Willis, no, the boot, the deny, the escape from Skytor won't save them enough. It was a valiant effort. There's the both of those rushes traded out, but right now Quick are holding the lead, sending it even further. And Joham, oh my goodness gracious. This guy is absolutely Kirikoing all over the place.
Yeah, no, getting that double stack cheeseburger kill onto the two members of EXO there. And now it's looking even better for Quick than they did after first point. You've got 2.5 minutes left and the most difficult point you could say in the entire game to break through. That one choke point is dangerous and tough. A Snowdrop does pop that overclock, trying to find a pick here. Senna does try to find a pick as well, but no, it's just a bit too much aggression, and now it's looking like EXO will be falling. SXJ finds Dip, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to be moving the cart here, they're going to be clearing out the area, trying to stagger Tekuno here a little bit, but not gonna hold it for too long. As Quick claims that fight with 2 ultimates used.
Decisive action from Quick. They want to keep momentum going. They want to keep putting their foot on the gas, their foot on the neck of Ex-Oblivione. They know how they are getting nearer and nearer to this map completion, but Senna's overclock will be the biggest hurdle. Will it be a small stepping stone, or will it be a fortress that's going to have to break open right now? Senna overclock is out. There's the cleanse forced out onto Snowdrop, but not able to save him from that second shot. Senna looking for more, looking to build up her own personal highlight reel in this map, but everyone's able to duck and dash away for the time being. They do lose that player and have to back off for the time being, but not all too bad, not all too unhappy if you are Quick here.
Yeah, you've still gotta worry about that blade though. Joheim is getting closer again to this kiddie course. They're going to be having both of these killers at the same time. As the SXJ does pop his blade, trying to find Natsuki, but gets stuck to a wall by Willis. Doesn't matter though, Natsuki is falling to that that railgun from Senna. But
yeah, SXJ trying to slash through reality itself to find a pick, but hey, he will. The rift he opened with that pure anger managed to find him 2 picks, and I mean, I'm not sure if that was Skytor or Willis as well, but either way, very frustrating, but still, it was Skeetor as well, that is rather unfortunate, but still, SXJ makes it work, and now they're effectively spawn capping, only 40 seconds left on the clock, so it's going to be on a big play to come out, wall onto Skeetor, can it turn into a kill? Right now, Skeetor running through the hills, it's a hazard in Willis' back pocket, but first, it's going to be this exchange of Curry Clash we've seen all so much. There's the hazard though, can I catch onto anything? I think it would caught onto Senna there, and Snowdrop will find the headshot. Skeetor looking desperately for the trade, not able to find it. And right now, Quick are finally back on the move.
yeah, and Quick are looking more confident when they're on this red side, really matching their color as well. But now, we're going to be seeing a really close hold from Quick. No ultimates available, they recognize this, are trying to put some aggressive behavior in here, trying to find an early pick. But Skeetor does a wall off Snowdrop there, but the pick is found by Willis and Tekuno all of a sudden. Ultimate still available for Skeetor here, that downpour could be big. But we're seeing a beat being dropped by EXO first. Trying to force them off cart here. The Skeetor, it does hit that downpour as Snowdrop pops the overclock, getting pressured though by SXJ, and SXJ finds another pick there.
It's all on Dip's
looking rough for
blade.
Quick.
He has to find something. He'll get his one, but that is all. And Quick Esports will fall just shy of that 3rd map completion there.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, hello. I was not sleeping.
I mean, I'm not sure how you could be sleeping because, I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat for that one. Yes, Quick did, I mean, that first and third point, a little bit rough around the edge. Second point, smooth as butter. But right there, I think we did see more of Quick performing as we expect them to be doing. We should be heading back into the map here in just a second. But yeah, Mashi, what were your thoughts on that 3rd point? I think that was really where it came down to the wire, because I think Quick were just a moment away from grabbing that 3rd point completion.
Yeah, no, I do believe that despite how rough the first point was for Quick, they did bring the boom like it's a new metal song out. I think a few days ago came out, but they really did impress me on that 2nd and 3rd point, and getting even past that choke point is impressive with that hold that Ex-Oblivion was keeping them in. You know, it was a real choke hold in spawn already, and then with 40 seconds remaining, you were able to bring that past that difficult choke point on 3rd. You know, infamously, everyone rages in ranked because that fucking sorry, no swearing, but that choke point is a disaster. I hate it as well. My apologies for slipping there a little bit, but now we'll be seeing if we're going to see Dip slipping into the backline of EXO. As I just said that, and Senna falls instantly.
Yeah, slipping in between Senna's ribs there is the knife of Dip. Finding an early first pick will buy them every precious second they can and enter spawn hole. This matchup between a 2v2, SXJ looking to take the life of Dip there, and will actually with the help of Captain Prash, but is going to die. But like you said, Match, at the start, these trades do heavily favor Exoblivion, given them massive spawn advantage. Looking how Willis is so low. Nope, it's just regularly sized, honestly. And now, can something really truly big come out from Yoham or someone to keep Willis alive? No, it's gonna be the rail headshot onto him from Senna, and now SXJ all coming alive to shut down this spawn hold here. But with, I think, a pretty similar level of time bank drained from Exoblivione there.
Yeah, and those were some low taper fade level massive picks from Senna there to break through that initial 2 picks that Quick had. Even if with a disadvantage, you're able to find those picks and break that spawn hold. But again, it's looking extremely similar, like you mentioned, these defenses. But Skitor is in early, trying to make it not the same. But the cleanse is forced already. Skitor in a bad position. Will is trying to hunt Tekuno here, so with no cleanse and TP, and there goes Tekuno falls. Senna in a bad angle as well, very wide out. Gets walled up. Will is showing that rank 1 mentality. And rank 1 skill as he's killing the entire team.
Yeah, Willis right now might just be a face of lobby and then snuck in undetected, right? But I don't think it'll be enough to truly start some momentum, as they did have quite a lot of trades not go their way. And yeah, assuming they will get the cup moving again. Now though, the forces have re-coalesced for the side of Quick Esports, and there is the first rush out from Johan Berger. Can it find anything? Later rush out from Tekuno, but Skytor falls before it can find any effect. That's a pretty crucial pick, as you lose out on that Kiriko exchange and you lose your tank, which really opens things up for Quick to hold now at this closer corner.
Yeah, and Willis 07, born in 07, getting 7 kills each fight, it seems, as he's going in for another engagement with that overclock drop from Snowdrop. And Snowdrop trying to find picks, but Captain Pressure drops the beat. And now it's an even matchup here. Willis in a bad position, but the beat is used late, and now it's a big opportunity here for Quick to kill Skitor on a bad angle. Very wide out. Now we shared Johan for Skitor, and the blade from SXJ trying to find Snowdrop. Low HP SXJ. Maybe, is he going to fall? He is going to fall to Natsuki, the old man bringing the experience into the battle. And now showing that to Lucio Rolla, that even if you're older grumpy hands, you can still work your way on a keyboard.
Leave him alone! Listen, he's shown the young bloods how he's done. He's taken them to school on it, but right now it's going to be Dip needing to find some kind of crazy play from this blade again. It's going to be this blade versus Senna's overclock. Senna sliding away on for high ground. Very difficult for Dip to chase, but he will, and catch SXJ on the fadeaway as well. 45 seconds left for EXO. They've got to be sweating here. They're going to pour in all their blood, sweat, and tears, but the only blood being out on the field at the moment is their own. And now only 30 seconds left. Final fight territory match, and the first point hold is really on the cards here.
Yeah, and now that I mentioned the Natsuki thing, right? It is kind of weird that every time we cast Quick Esports, there's an old main support on the roster. First it was Dirtmaster, now it's Natsuki. But like you said, the final fight here, there's not a lot of time remaining. Willis does have that downpour available. Exoblivione closing on a Kirish, same as Yoham. And Willis forced out, trying to bait them into the open here, and they put a downpour. There it is, trying to force the resources or find a pick. Doesn't find anyone, but forcing them into one stack. Now it's a good time to pop the Kirish for Exoblivione if you get it in time. And just as I said, a Tekuno pops it. Willis in a bad position. As is Skitor for a reason or not that I don't know. But the Kirish coming out soon from Yoham. There it is, popped out. Willis very low. Yoham trying to his best to keep up the young shooter. But it's looking like Skitor finds Snowdrop, but Dip finds Captain Presh dipping into the DPS pool and support pool, but not quite enough. As, yeah, Quick finally are broken through by Exoblivione. But 2.5 minutes remaining only on the clock. It is still very holdable here. As long as Exoblivione, though, they get this space, they hold them from being able to rotate out. It's going to be a tough one to retake for Quick if Exo play this well.
Yeah, especially with Skitor narrowly closing in on his own hazard ult. Willis not able to find the connection there, but Skytor looking to show how it's done. But Senna is only connection that you need at the moment. Finds Yoham already, and now the health bars of Quick Esports will have no way to get topped up consistently, especially now Natsuki is out of the fight. And a pretty breezy first point. It means Snowdrop will find out one, and Dip will actually find a second there. But I mean, it's the point is still going to be rolling, and no ultimates invested is definitely going to really threaten a snowball effect here, Matthew.
Yeah, not but the main question here on the board is what is your favorite kind of dip?
Sorry,
What is your favorite kind of dip?
dip. Ooh, Caesar.
Now mine is the quick one, as Quick is ending his fight aggressively with Snowdrop's overclock coming out. A beat exchange as well, Skitor getting awfully low, dropping that downpour.
Oh,
But he just catches dip, but it's not looking positive here for Ex Oblivion either way. They're being forced on the back foot. And that Senna angle is very reachable for Willis as he's trying to get to it, but not quite able to. Dip trying to find Skitor here. Skitor is getting low, getting surrounded by a bunch of Quick Esports members. And now it's Ex Oblivion on the back foot all of a sudden. This choke points now, as well as the previous time we talked about it on the attack, that choke point is difficult to break through if you're retaking. Now it's difficult to get through without investing heavy ultimates onto these doors. The Quick are going to be holding this very tightly.
yeah, it's a 2 versus 2 ultimate exchange. The only difference is that one side has that Hazard ult and the other the overclock from Senna. Senna on the low ground, but Tekuna was already so low, but Senna turning that aggression back entirely. She will get traded out, but Skitor has taken out Snowdrop, and Willis is so low. Johan Berger trying to find the trade, but not able to at the moment. And I mean, I get it, Dip. I see the 1 HP, Kiriko. I know I want to go in, but Senna is just the force to be reckoned with. Just a random 1 in 5 chance to win to the fight with the rail every time, and now Dip has to get sneaky with it, but Skytor not falling for any tomfoolery here. It's gonna have to break the water top. Can Dip get a touch? No, it's gonna be Willis that attempts to do it, but walks right into a Kitsune rush from Tekuna and gets shredded from it, as does the rest of his forces. Yes, Snowdrop again gets his one, but not gonna be anywhere near enough. And now Exo have 1 minute and practically 20 seconds to reach that golden boxer victory just past those castle gates.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Ex Oblivion have played these games before, as it is going to be something you're going to have to practice a lot to get this solid breakthrough here onto that choke point. It's 3 tough choke points to break through in a very low amount of time, sorry. And the ultimates from Quick are piling up very quickly as well. Ironic, but now we're looking at the engagement here. Both walls used, and there's going to be a downpour probably used here by Willis. No deflect available for Dip to counter, XXJ to counter that, but it does not look like he's going to go off it. Maybe I was wrong, but it looks like a smart decision as Exo completely gets back up. Saitor finds Dip. Now you've got to do something. You've got to die on the cart in the minimum, and Sonorbro drops that overclock. Is it a bit late? Possibly. And now there's not many people left from Quick to stay alive and hold the cart. But they did force one ultimate there. No, they didn't force an ultimate. They didn't get anything out there. Now
Snowdrop was
bad for Quick.
Dreaming of getting out the beat from Prash or even the Hasdot from Skytor, but now they're all still available, and both DPS just on the horizon. It's going to be someone coming up huge for Quick Esports. Can it be Willis with his Hazano, but the good Sousa coming out from Takuna, and there's that beat from Prash. The advantage resulting in Dip's downfall. Can anyone else? Can they hold on from this 2-0? But there are all the ults, every Q all at once. There's both of them back from Quick Esports. They're buying time. Snowdrop holding on to the point. Support ults buying them time, but time is not enough. You have to do something with it quick. You have to touch the point. You have to find a pick. 2 of them are trying their best, but no, it's all gonna slip away. And Ex Oblivion, they flip the script and they find the 2-0 against Quick Esports on this map, T-posing on them for that added dramatic effect as well.
Yeah, no, the T-pose is an ultimate disrespectful move there at the end. And I don't know, was it on the side of only our observer here, or was it as well from the side of Quick? Because if I see that, I'm gonna crash out personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, a 2-0 EXO lead here, quite unexpected considering the series yesterday. And yeah, now it's match point for EXO. You just gotta keep this momentum going for them, and they might be taking this in a clean sweep. And yeah, no, I don't know. I still believe that Quick can take this another way. I think they proved themselves yesterday. Now you just gotta see if you can regain that confidence and form from yesterday that you showed in this exact same matchup you had. Granted, the hero bans are a big part of the play here, and very big credit to Ex Oblivion's coaching staff and management staff, and possibly the team as well, for choosing the right bans here to bring this advantage on yourself. But at the end of the day, the series isn't over until the final defeat screen happens. Every map for now and from Quick Esports is a best of one. You gotta win every single series, put your all into it. and bring this back.
Yeah, you are now one foul maneuver away from being sent to the chasm that is the lower bracket. Yes, it is not entirely all the way out, and yes, you will have some further matches to prove your mettle and keep going on deeper into this OWCS stage 1. But it's not the position Quick want to be in. They know they can play better. They know they can match and overcome this tempo that Ex Oblivione are setting. At the moment, I feel like it's just the slight difference in ult rotation. I mean, yes, you could maybe it's a little easy to put the blame on Snowdrop. Oh, why did you overclock at the end? But he really needed to try and force an ult because you have to go for something there. If you just let that fair fight happen, maybe they need to get Dirtmaster in because there's no other way apart from fighting dirty and getting down into the mark. Can you really wrestle away a win there, given that massive ult advantage we saw? It's a really tough spot now that Quick Esports are in, but they've been in tough and they will claw their way out, I'm sure. They will do their damnedest to, at the very least. But Matthew, if you were in Quick's, VC at the moment, what would you be talking to now? What would be, the big glaring issues, if there are any, because, at this quality of play, that might not be the case, might be just a small couple things building up to domino effect, but what would you say they need to really be focusing on in this upcoming and hopefully not final match?
Well, I would start out with a motivational speech with that best of one thing I talked about. At the end of the day, you're now in a tough position. You shouldn't be thinking about the series as a whole. You should be thinking about each every game individually. But if I was to say something to impact the game, I would be looking at these hero bans and trying to get, possibly, as weird as it sounds, try to get this Sojourn out of play. Because it does seem like, as well as Snowdrop is playing, Senna is going ludicrous right now, in all honesty. I would be either looking at a drastic hero ban, or then just trying to lock in more. You've gotta do one of these two things here. The hero ban specifically, you've got it at play now. Do something with it that will drastically change the course of the series. You've obviously got some very capable players on the side of Quick with different hero pools. You might even want to ban a character like Lucio even to try to change up how the tempo of the game is played, and then taking Exo here by surprise. Go in with a Hail Mary here. You've got nothing to lose at this point apart from the the series. But you've got one map to play basically each time here, 3 times separately. So think about each map individually and try to go in with a different strategy each time to take a bit of a surprise factor into the game.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it past just seeing maybe like a Hail Mary, like maybe even a Sojourn ban come out. Maybe you rely on having Zydra in the wings, ready to kind of maybe go for that double flex kind of style that maybe you don't feel the EXO are so confident in. That hasn't really been the case. I think they're pretty reasonably comfortable playing that. But they don't have that extra stuff. They don't have maybe the kind of confidence that you would have coming into that. We'll have to wait and see on our map bans and hero bans that are coming up shortly. I believe it's Suravasa that's the next map to be put in. No rosters changes up by the look. It looks like everyone is still going to be in on all sides. Suravasa, though, definitely an interesting map. Definitely, I think, it's going to be a deciding factor in how this momentum shifts. But I think Quick, it's all or nothing. You need to really punish Senna, shut her down. I mean, I say that though, she is just kind of hitting shots that when she's being punished, you can see how much faith she has in Captain Prash, in Takuna to keep her alive. A lot of time, she isn't just looking at the hazard jumping at her face, that one-shot combo. She's able to still look for those squishies during the time. I think just shutting down opportunities and enabling Snowdrop to do more, because this kid has come out of nowhere. He's a top 10 DPS, crazy aim potential, can definitely match Senna, I think, a lot of these picks, but just needs to be set up and enabled. I think Yoham has also really been playing well these couple of matches. It's a bit rough on the rushes. I think some of them, especially just before that third point capture, were a little bit ambitious because Willis just got shredded because no one else could use the rush, no one else can see it. But he is also just kind of hitting these headshots, hitting these kills, and matching Takuna a lot of these alt race charges. So yeah, no cheese needed on this burger, just raw meat and power from him. So looking to continue and of course level up their performances in this match. We're just waiting on the map to start, so I think we're on hold at the moment. But Suravasa, actually, what are your thoughts on what you expect to see in this map type?
I mean, there are some possibilities on different types of how do you say compositions you could play here. I believe that the hazard is going to be the go-to pick, but I have been seeing some slight Mauga here and there again. people trying to realize that you don't nerf a character that's previously overpowered, there's still a use for that character. Specifically, Peps have a comp that I really like, which was this Mauga Sombra Genji Juno Lucio Hyper Rush style comp. And yeah, I I am expecting, actually, I will say I'm expecting a Hazard pick, even though how good Willis is on it. I think there's going to be a Hazard ban here, maybe at play and putting a Junker Queen mirror here into play. That would be something that could be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see. That's kind of the benefit of these hero bands, is you like to see a little bit of variation. But like, we've literally had the tiniest bit of wiggle room shown from these hero bands at the moment, because they haven't actually banned, the go-to. Yes, the Genji band, but then you play Tracer, and then they banned Widow, Widow Sigma on Havana, which, yes, is kind of the regular pick there, but we're still playing the Hazard Genji mirror. So hopefully we'll see something a little bit different. I also think it is noting. I'm not sure what these teams have had experience-wise when it comes to hero bans. It is a fairly new system in place for a lot of these players and a lot of these tournaments. So definitely something to get adjusted to. Definitely something we'll kind of hopefully see quick hone their skills around to really have the impact they're looking for. We're not sure what those hero bans are just yet. It's Lucio Malga, actually, so they're just stream sniping and hate you, match. I'm sorry to let you know. It's just
Yeah, and I will call out someone here specifically. Mag, get your observing butt back into our game and stop being in Commander X's chat. I see you over there. I see you over there talking to Commander X, trying to distract
this
him.
guy's trying to network. SMH.
Yeah, that crazy work. But yeah, as we mentioned, Mauga Lucio ban, which does put out this Juno Brig backline, and it is going to be interesting how it works with this Willis and Skitor Hazard.
Yeah, Oblivion are trying to stack their buffs here. They got the Captain Prash birthday buff and the India buff on this map, called out by Prash himself. But will it be enough, or can Quick find an answer? Skitor going in very aggressive. The wall is so clean, and Snowdrop just slide into that wall, facing the Doom. And can there be a trade to come back from Willis? No, it's going to be Senna further widening the gap in the kink of the armor, brutalizing their way through, and Dip forced to run to try and stagger them, avoid the stagger there, but the first point flip comes the way of Oblivion.
Yeah, no, and no, we can say happy birthday, Captain Precious, while giving that India buff to his entire team. But now, we're looking at this, you can look at that Skitor's Hazard ult charge already. It's growing very fastly. And like we mentioned here in the pre-production, Captain Precious Brigitte is one to look out for, and maybe this Lucio ban isn't as profitable as you'd think. We don't know what shot it came from, of course. It might have been Exo that banned Lucio as well, to get Captain Pressure on this Brig Mirror with Natsuki and get that strong strength of him out there completely. As Dip is taking an aggressive angle onto Skitor, trying to force him back. Block is running low. Oh, and SXJ finds Snowdrop just in time. And now it's Willis in deep, in a bad position. Both hazards are very low, less damage on the side of Quick Esports. But Exo is falling low, Skitor falls the first. And Dip finds Senna as well. But it's just not enough. EXO finding these picks from that advantage in that 5v4, and now they have to retreat here.
Yeah, no help available for Yoham, and looks like no touch to come through on this first point that will go the way of Oblivion. Not the start that you want for Quick Esports, but second point is where they're going to have to be to turn it around, as this could very easily become a 5-ult fight match. Both those overclocks are building a little bit lagging behind the rest, but still could be a lot of Q presses to start off this fight.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. SXJ pops the blade first and finds Snore, but the Dip finds SXJ just took Dip out of the fight. Sorry, SXJ took Dip. Oh my god, I'm fumbling on my words. But, it's Oblivion's fight win, even though I cannot speak to save my life. But yeah, those ultimates, that the blade being popped there, does obviously mean they have a bit of less of an ultimate economy going forward here. But still very similar to Quick's one.
Yeah, 2 ults invested there, 2 pretty potent ones, a nice combo that now Quick Esports will have available for themselves. They've stepped up onto the point. Willis just playing Fortnite with Skeetor. They're locking him in a corner, boxed like a fish, but there's going to be the orbital ray out from Yoham. So clear the field away for Quick Esports to grab the flip, but there's going to be the hazard ult responded there by the rally from Prash. Dip though trying to slice through it. His blade is just dull, but Skytor's spikes are so sharp, and that is not the fight you want to happen when you invest the orbital blade. I mean, Extravione were able to use it successfully, and Quick not able to follow suit.
Yeah, and it's not just the orbital ray, it's also the downpour and the dragon blade, and
Ooh.
it is looking rough now. EXO only invested the rally and the downpour themselves. Now you've got that orbital ray cycling way higher up on the meter edge. But it is an early overclock pop by Senna, respecting that dive from Willis, and now it's just Willis falls down, Natsuki falls down as well to the overclock. And it is just Senna going haywire here, but Snowdrop trades that. A late pick, but it could be a good one here.
Yeah. The aimbot robot has finally shut down over-aggression, stepped and punished, but now is that man advantage enough for Quick Esports as they Extravione had the option just to buy themselves time here. Dip putting the heat onto Skytor, but no flames to be found just yet. Skytor hanging on dearly for life. There's going to be the overclock from Snowdrop. No connections just yet, and SHA has found his way onto the back line. So much damage out from Snowdrop and no kills. Natsuki, though, will finally get that translation onto SXJ. Dip as well onto Skeetor, but there's the orbital ray from Takuno, and this could all slip away. Extravione, they found the point flip. Now overtime has come through. Dip has to find something crazy, but all he finds is Captain Flash whipping him, and Yoham as well. And I mean, Extravione, they come back. They almost, I mean, Takuno's got 150% ult charge effectively over Yoham in that fight, and that was really the determining factor.
Yeah, Captain Press showing that he is the captain of this ship and taking down everyone on the Quick Esports ship here. Now it's the last point, match point here, and to be frank, Exoblivion's ult charge is looking very juicy.
Yeah. Whilst Captain Prash hopefully is enjoying his birthday presents, his future is also looking pretty good with these ult economies coming up. It's only going to be Dip's blade and the Hazard on the horizon, but SHA is going to pull theirs first and find the kill onto Dip. Will this will find the trade onto Senna, and an SJ running away with that Hazard ult, but no other connection to come through. Willis has to try and make a narrow escape here, but finally able to get back with his team. Narrowly missing the wall on Prash, but that will allow him to get the rush, the rally back onto the point, and the stun onto Willis. Will it claim his life? No, he's just having to run away permanently on the evasion, but you can't evade that. You can't run from the forces for that long. You can't hide either. A Snowdrop has to reset themselves here, and again, another fight snowballed in the way of Exoblivione.
Yeah, only 70% left on the map possibly here. And Quick Esports only coming up with this June Orbital Ray and Rally. Exoblivione building up to that Orbital Ray and Overclock as well, and even ult trade, but you've got more aggressive ultimates on the side of Exo, so they can go in first. But we'll see what's gonna happen here. Senna shaking a nasty off angle here on this main, trying to swing around, but Willis gets the point here. Walled off now from Skitor. Willis is getting low. The Orbital Ray popped by Yoham to try to take this fight now. Take this point side. Exoblivion respects it, just doesn't fight it. Kites it out. And it's looking like good macro here from Exo.
But Dip, the rally as well, big stuns across the board. There is the orbital ray. Everyone is still so potent for those trades, but no, none will come through for Exoblivione. That's a big win. That's exactly what you need. Finally, you win a fight that really evens up the ult differential that's been happening a lot throughout this map, and I think this is where the momentum has to shift. It's now or never for Quick Esports. They are down 2 maps and now 2 flashpoints. This is where the reverse sweep lives or dies.
Yeah, you've got to worry about the downpour and overclock if you're Exoblivione. Quick have got good ults coming up. They have good control of the point here. You've got a good opportunity to dive in here if you want to as well and try to risk it, but you might want to play this safe. Wait for Skitor to get on point and separate him from the team, as that's just what's gonna happen. Skitor is on point now, walled off. Will is trying to find a pick onto the backline, but he's in a bad position now. Just being kept alive by his backline though. The overclock gets popped by Snowdrop.
Oh
as Skitor gets on to Tekuno, but can't find him. Natsuki falls to Skitor. SXJ finds Snowdrop. Will he find Dip? gets downpoured, and that's a
Willis.
big downpour. But Senna finds Willis in the meantime.
Ooh, the
The
blade
blade drop
has
by
to be
Dip.
big.
Oh.
Oh, it's just not gonna be enough. And now it's gonna be all panic, all hands on deck, all cylinders firing for Quick to even get back and touch the point. And Prash versus Johan, the only two ults coming up on the board. Can the touch even come through? They're scouting out how close Dip is. He has to get a touch, but
Oh
no, not able to, and
no!
neither is Snowdrop. And the 3-0 has been just stamped onto the record against Quick Esports. They are showing that even that 2-0 in the Swiss stage was pretty damn brutal. This is a whole another level of cruel, and that will be Quick sent to the lower bracket to face, I believe, either Mavedron or Victory Esports. Maybe, or am I silly? It might also
It
be Mirai.
is. I believe that the team that they will be facing off against is Yurei
Mirai.
Mirai. But yeah, no, it's an unfortunate result to say the least. They really, I'm a bit surprised that with the initial win in that the group stage that they didn't now end up at. They did put up a fight, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm surprised that they didn't take this match victory for themselves, especially with the high expectations coming into this one. And now it's just, yeah, you've gotta go through the lower bracket. Still possible, of course, to make it to the main stage, but a lot longer of a run now for the side of Quick Esports. EXO gonna enjoy this win and getting themselves a bit further straight ahead. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, but for our Quick boys, it's a lot more of a tenuous path they have to tread on forward. Yes, Mirai should be an expected win, but considering how it went from a 2-0 to an 0-3, there is a bit of chaos in the air at the moment, Matthew, but I believe that Quick can find the eye in the storm. They can find their calmness and get themselves back on track. Yes, we saw some nice performances coming out. Yes, I think the first jumps were definitely a lot closer, and maybe I feel like that last flashpoint just really came down to like a few percentages in ults here and there. If Dip had got that blade on just a moment earlier, I believe in the guy. He's shut down our blades. We saw him performed in the Swiss stage. I truly am a Dip head that he could have taken out to the Brig Eater and the Juno, but it's still Explovione really did play that well. It's no shade to any of the Quick players, of course. They are still, super high caliber and obviously looking forward to see what they can do. But EXO have leveled up their game a little bit since that Swiss meeting, it seems.
Yeah, it does look like it, and I'm still expecting a good performance on this lower bracket run, like you've also put the belief in. Yeah, we'll have to see. I believe that the next game is. When is it supposed to happen?
I believe 28
in,
minutes, I'm being told.
Yeah, seems like it's going to be in half an hour. So we will be going to a rather lengthy break here in just a bit. We'll be looking at some. Yeah, we'll be looking at what's going on in the other games here really quickly. See what the results are over there. And I can report that Incendia beat Dreamlight, so Dreamlight are facing against 0907 right now actually. Mavedron is going to be facing off Thunders as well in the lower bracket runs as Mavedron dropped themselves to the ultimate, which is, well yeah, it's the ultimates. It's gonna be a rough matchup for everyone. And then Sakura Esports beat 0907, 0907 in the lower bracket. Team Peps is 2-0 against Vision Esports right now. Dame Pero are beating Denman 2-0 right now in the upper bracket still. Alcadzia cleanly swept Yurei Mirai with a very tough Esperanza round, only an 8-meter separation between the two teams. But a solid 3-0 sweep, and just as we know, Oblivion just beat Quick Esports and are going to be playing against Alcadzia in 2 hours. But yeah, that's it for now. We'll be seeing you guys after our half an hour break. And thank you for watching. We'll see you then. Oh, hello everyone. My tab is muted. No, I can't hear anything. Okay, I'm
Yes, I
back
can
now.
start slandering him.
Oh,
This is
I'm
a
back.
terrible day.
Okay, this guy. But yeah, no, we're here back to watch Quick Esports versus Yurei Mirai. Quite an upsetting result in the last match for Quick Esports, getting plainly swept by Ex Oblivione. And Yurei Mirai is coming off a clean sweep as well against Alcadsia. They lost that series, but they made a Esperança
Oh,
very
okay.
close. No, I did
I
not
think I
clean
was
sweep.
like, we did what now? That's okay. I mean, hey,
No,
I love
mm,
I love a lot of players on this roster. It's great to see them around and being sticking around for such a long time. But that is would have been quite a feat. But yeah, no, it is. It is the expected loss to Alcadacia. They did face, but yeah, I mean, for all of you who didn't watch the quick game versus EXO, it was a bit of a heartbreaker. Definitely not the kind of fight, not the kind of scrap that we thought it would be, or that I think Quick or EXO ever thought it would be. But hopefully they can have a rematch against them soon enough. But to do that, they have to get through the phantasmal force that is Yurei and Mirai. But Matthew, I think you're a little bit more equipped than I to talk about some of the players on these rosters. So who should we be keeping our eye out for in our second match of the day?
I mean, quite as we saw in last game as well, Willis was matching that Hazard pick quite well against Skitor, even though the result is. But for this game, I would for quick side, I would keep an eye out on Johan, as Johan was showing some of that great Kiriko skill in that last game. And for the side of Yurei Mirai, I might have a slight bit of bias, but I would like for you all to keep an eye out on Pikku Kirppu, as he's someone that has risen quite quickly throughout this scene. Got champion a few months ago, and has been showing a rapid improvement and impressing me in the last few months as well, from what I've watched these games before. But no, he's someone to keep an eye out on. The entire year Mirror roster is full of up and coming players who have been sticking around for a long time together, like you mentioned, Nat. And any one of them is a good way to learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
Same with Cookie Esports as well. But keep an eye on Johan and Pikku Kirppu respectively throughout this series. They'll be probably the ones that will make the biggest impact in the direction of the game and the result.
I've got to shout out my goat, my guy Santi. I played with him in
Hey
Faceit League.
yo!
Yo, okay, no. Faceit League season one. I was a sub for a team, and I only really got to play a couple of matches. But Santi was very, very effective and very, disciplined with their comms and how they play. And I think definitely can be a hero they can really shine on. I remember that back in the day, they did take a lot of resources to kind of power up and get in there. But now you have the perfect hero to do that on the Hazard. So again, another interesting Hazard matchup. Assuming though the hero bands do not change up what position or comps we'll see, as we didn't really see too much multiplication. We saw, a Juno Brig and we saw a Tracer here and there, but overall still Hazard. So what else are they going to be that they can throw at us? Will you Mirai or Quick had to change up, the status quo a bit more with a ban to Hazard directly, a ban to Sojourn? Will we see again kind of switch between Kiri and Lucio and Brigino? All yet to be decided and seen, but definitely key factors in whoever comes out on top. I do feel a bit bad though, because I do think that we are kind of the maybe the villains in this story. Yuri Mirai, they are the underdogs. They're a band of brothers all coming together, played for a long time, really risen up through the ranks, like you said. Now made it top 16. Big congratulations! But this, they've already had a very tough matchup against Alcadacia. Now they've got another one against Quick Esports. Quick are the more proven talent. They are the ones that are projected to go further into this competition. So Quick have to stay on their game. They cannot let slip to a team that they are, by all measures, kind of destined to beat, which was our expectations for EXO. We thought it would be close, but we didn't think it would be, a sweep in the other way. So Quick have to get back on their A game. Snowdrop, I think, was a player a little quiet maybe in the last matchup for me. And maybe Dip as well. I think Dip first map really, really impressed me. I think like a clean one shot, the shutdown of SXJ's Blaze. But I think there's maybe something about nerves going on, or just kind of first match, and it's a whole new kind of caliber for some of these players that are very new. So kind of similar-ish tapestries, some similar-ish journeys to both these teams are on. But now they're being woven together in this best of five, first to three matchup soon enough. But of course, only one of those stories, only one of those tales will continue, while the other will be shredded apart. So we'll have to wait for what map selections they're going to be. I think they're just going through the map ban phase at the moment. We'll have to wait. A lobby is on hold, so a slight delay there, but you know, we've been here before, we've been through worse, and we'll make it through.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the story goes. The winner of this matchup as well, if I understand the bracketry correctly, will be facing the Ultimates or SRP check, the loser of that game. So whoever does go into that lower bracket round from the upper bracket is going to be facing Quick or Mirai here. And then after that there is another pretty tough matchup there. Team Vision and Denman are going to be fighting it out soon as well on who goes through to that other side of the same bracket. And then that team will be facing of the loser of either Incendia or Sakura Esports. This will be a very tough bracket, I have to say, for any team that is coming through here.
Yeah, I think it's quick. They can't just treat this as like a get this through. They have to give respect to the players of Rumorai, but they also need to kind of use this as like a mental catapult, I should say, to build that momentum, to build up onto the upcoming matches, because they are going to be tough cookies to crumble. But the map bans now are underway. Quick Esports have banned Route 66, Rumorai, I believe. I'm not sure what map they did ban there, so I went past it very quickly, but not sure which way it went. We'll have to wait and see after that. The map bans are just flying on past. Both teams very confident in their picks. It was Numbani that was banned. Flashpoint versus Clash. Yeah, just flying on past. So now just zoomed on past. I'd love to see a nice effective there. Both teams, they know what they want to play. They know how they're going to want to play it. Now we're just waiting on that lineup to be finalized. Doesn't look like Azydra is going to be subbed in, and Uramarai have no such substitutes to make.
Yeah, no, interesting, as they say. I mean, Uramura are going to be running their, bog standard team that they have every single time, because I don't believe they have any substitutes. They're just running with 5 people. They trust each other. They want to play to each other's strengths. Specifically, like I mentioned as well, Pikku Kirppu is one of... It's a very impressive hit scan player, I have to say. They're going to be playing around him a lot, trying to enable him to carry this. And yeah, I do think that if Quick doesn't put a foot on hold, this will be a lot closer of a series than you would probably expect, considering these are all newcomers to this very high elo. Of all this, you watch the brackets here, and all these teams that are around them, they're all experienced players, all previously contenders, Overwatch League, OWCS talent. And then you've got a grassroots team coming up out of nowhere to challenge all these teams and making good name for themselves. If you don't respect your opponents, you're going to be falling to whoever you're playing against. So you've got to be careful here as Quick. I have very high hopes for Uramirai. I can't express that enough.
Whether or not Uramarai are out of their depth, out of their water, is kind of, not really the question. It is what they are out of, what they perform like, what they can act as when they're outside of their comfort zone. Will they just be a fish flopping around, a quick sweep, or will they put up a fight, bite their way back at Quick, and end up forming into a megalodon of a beast to have to wrangle? So we're going into our first map here in just a moment. Lijiang Tower just on the horizon, so let's see what the teams are hovering over.
And we do have quite a few question marks on the table right now as to what is going to be picked. And both teams seem to be running with the hazard as... Yeah, interesting.
Quick Esports do not mess around with ball. They've banned ball every single time they've come onto this map, onto Lijiang so far. I don't know if ball is something specifically in Santi's wheelhouse, but the Kiriko ban, I think, is a lot more of a switch up, I'd say.
It is going to be a lot more of a glass cannon backline for both sides. They're going to be rushing into each other, all willy-dilly. And now the map starts. We're seeing an exciting matchup happening now. An exact mirror of team compositions. Whoever plays this better is going to be coming out on top. You're looking for picks, you're looking for character exchanges. As Quick Esports have more control, but Santi takes an impressive flank and finds Snowdrop instantly.
Snowdrop is disrespecting Santi there. Sees him walking through Dojo. I mean, Dojo, yeah, peace of mind, but you got to be scared when you see that. But also, you can't count Quick out. You have to keep respecting their ability to get trades as Dip and Natsuki have both done so. A 2-for-2 trade, but Quick do have the slightly quicker spawns and looking to send Piku back a little bit earlier as over Santi with the one going up first. Actually, no, Piku does also get traded out there, and Snowdrop collecting 3, the first to die, but also the #1 killer in this lobby so far.
Yeah, 3 impressive picks there. And even though Yuri Mirai got that early initiative there, which, you know, got them the advantage early on, they are now on the back foot as Quick responded very well. And now it's time to hold this bridge apparently from Willis. The ring is already used from the side of Yuri Mirai. Desi popping that early. Now Quick is going to be going in with this ring. Isolating Santi now all alone. No help, no one to go out after him. And Yuri Mirai are falling once again to Quick's onslaught.
The backline disconnected, but happily reunited back in that glorious spawn room here, it looks like. And already 40% collected in the bank for Quick on this first point here. Also, they're noticeably ahead on quite a few of their ultimates. Yes, Yuri Mirai can certainly build them to match, but if Quick can stomp on the accelerator, maybe they can push that advantage. That's looking at Willis, looking to do early beat from Natsuki. Aggression paying off as Johan's torpedoes will hunt down Piku, and Snicks as well also taken out. A third pick just on the horizon, so Johan gets a second this fight, and Matthew, this is really spiraling away from Yuri Mirai.
Yeah, I mean, Quick are showing their dominance, their hand-in experience. Now they're going to be popping up with ults here from both sides here actually. But Quick are just a bit ahead. Will they be taking this aggression or will they wait it out to try to place time bank down? It does look like they're going to be trying to aggress here, but Yuri Mirai does it first. You popping that orbital ray and a nice orbital blade combo to pop him out of the sky.
Dip.
And now it's that 3-man blade. More of the dip that we know with that blade performance there, and now it's 10% left. A retouch still possible, but unlikely for the sake of Yuri Mirai. Quick are taking this very close.
I mean, Santi looking to try and get some, but he deflects. Oh my goodness, Dip absolutely styles on Desi there, and no touch to come through from Yuri Mirai. They had ults, but not able to use them effectively. And Dip at the moment looking like Caesar Sauce with how many stabbings he is committing onto the backline of Yuri Mirai. They cannot withstand his onslaught at the moment. And I say the Dip to come alive, and he's done more than that at the moment.
Yeah, he's truly dipping his toes into the dip with no more often seeing these kinds of Genji performances. You know, now I don't know if that symmetry pick is going to be permanent. I doubt it. It's mostly just for the TP. But we are seeing Yuri Mirai now not swapping anything actually. I am seeing a few hovers there, but nothing really.
Snowdrop is on the Genji. No, okay. I'm just getting trolled by Mr. Snowdrop at the moment. It's going to be back to the usual looks from both sides, but Yuri Mirai looking to get unusual, looking to deny another 100-0 here from the side of Quick Esports. Willis already posturing onto this backline very aggressively.
Yeah, Quick is taking good space. Now they're forcing Santi out into the open, just taking the tank exchange. As Pikukirpo is trying to take a very aggressive angle here. Doesn't seem to much find the value from it though, being forced out. Willis is taking that tank exchange with Santi. And now there's good angles here from Yuri Mirai on the left. Santi is still getting forced though. The health bar is dropping awfully low. Resources are dropping low as well. As Dip is taking that 1v1 with Zero on the left side. Almost gets caught but finds Zero just in time. And Willis finds Santi in that exchange, and it's a fight win for Quick Esports. We'll be trying to find some last picks, but almost Willis almost goes down to it, but just gets out in time.
Yeah, Dip is sharp at the moment. You need to send more than just your own Genji after him to match. But now, Santi and Ko will re-emerge out the front door, and almost is a wall shut down. A wall trying to catch Willis as well, but Snowdrop will be finding the better of his counterpart instead. Piku taken out of the fight early. That superstar on this team that we've expected so much of. Right now, deathly quiet as the rest of Quick Esports have been shutting him down.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just looking like a bit of a team play performance here right now from Quick that's giving the advantage. As that early wall gets popped by Willis, deflect forced from Zero. Santi trying to make something of an orbital ray pop by Johan, trying to finish the fight, and Snowdrop finds Pikukirpo. And now it's just into their spawn. They're holding them so close, trying to find these late picks as well. Lucio Genji Buffalo not quite able to do so, and 50% already on the board.
You know, it is an I would say it's an advantage, but looking at how the ult charge difference in the Sojourns, there is still like Quick Sports have the same amount of ults to play with despite it's at the last. And there's the first one, Hazard catching onto Santi to beat the Blade, powering up Dip as he looks to cut her down, but Zero, where has he gone? I'm not sure, but has to be careful. Yumurai's hopes and dreams may lie with it, but no, Desi will bring them back up from the depths. Natsuki trade there is pretty damn important. And now Snowdrop looking to try and turn things around. Willis so low, has to run straight into the Hazard ult there, but will he get punished for it? There he is, the man we expected of the hour, looking to try and keep them alive. And he will finding his second kill this fight. Natsuki next in the sights of Santi, and right now it's all Dip, buying them to 95%, but Yoremurai have a fight win on the board.
Yeah, and it is finally time for them to take control of this, and their ultimates are looking good as well. A good rotation here, could cause in a snowball, but Santi is getting poked out awfully early, already on low HP. But there is an overcook here, poked by Pikukirpo to try to keep Santi alive here. They leave it too much pressure. But yeah, they just kite it out. And they're going to have to be doing this for one more ultimate here if they wanna win this, as this Zero Blade is approaching. Santi already going up close, with Willis matching it. And now with the blade time from Zero, Santi finds Natsuki. Zero is awfully low, very low HP, just managed to get out, looks like it. And Willis is low, they're kiting out again, they've got a pick at hand. Just wait a bit, relax, now you have a chance to go in with your Orbital Ray, with nothing to match it. Now it's your time for Quick to just turn this around once more. They're going to be looking to going in now.
If Yoremurai can slow this down, they'll have ults to match, but Yoham cutting the speed ring, that's going to be the go signal, going in with the Orbital Ray powering up, and Willis assassinates Nyx. Biku down as well. Willis on a tear at the moment, maybe looking for late stagger kills, but someone has touched Yoremurai. Do they have it? I think they do, and there is Desi's Orbital Ray, but the Hazard ult catches her, and the Blade shreds her to pieces. The rest of the PC Yoremurai do run back onto the point, but not to touch, and it's a 2-0 to get the first map the way of Quick Esports.
Yeah, and it's quite a dominant performance there from Quick onto Yoremurai, showing that experience that they have as you know. The long-term experience some of these players have over Yoremurai, but still managed to flip it once, almost got control of it. Quick just shown expertise in their game knowledge, kiting out those ultimates. And yeah, it's a rough start for Yurei, but still, anyone's game to take here.
Yeah, I think like you said, the key factor there was whenever ults were popped by Quick Esports, they turned into whole fight wins. When with the Yoremurai, they were either just a single pick, which is a lot more easy to come back from than a whole team wipe, especially if you get some staggers involved, or just a complete disengage like we saw from the overclock. Yes, it bought them time, but given the monopoly on time that Quick had with that early, sweep almost, like 95%, you can't go with this kind of trades over and over again, Yoremurai, because when Quick had their ults, they just utilized them better. But like you said, it's not like these two teams are completely outmatched in terms of mechanics. Yes, we saw that Dip did get the better of Zero. Yes, we saw that Snowdrop got the better of Piku. But while those kind of clashes did often tip in the favor of Quick Esports, all these players have their own tools on both sides that can really shape up situation. This is a very, kind of very mechanically demanding match, like you both said, and it's not like Yoremurai don't have the mechanics to fuel a potential further map win or even match win later down the line. But right now, Quick are playing their game right. They're playing how they like, and hey, it's a nice change of pace from that EXO game. I'll say that for the least.
Yeah, they're looking a lot more like themselves, like you'd expect them to look like, of course. Maybe they had a reality check there on that last game against the EXO, and they realized they need to lock in a little bit further here. And now they're looking very, very dominant. But yeah, once we're getting into the next map, do we know what the next map is? I did kind of miss it there.
I believe we're on hold at the moment, so I can't see it right now. But I mean, I think are we still cursed? Is it still just gonna be what's our map? Is it Kings Row? Is Kings Row you in the map pool? I don't know. But like whenever it's art, it's always like a 60%, maybe 70% chance it's gonna be Li Zhang, Quick, Kings Row, and then Runa Sapi. But we'll have to see if that is the case, as right now lobby is on hold, so I can't really see for myself. But two pretty big bans, I'd say, also quite early on. Maybe not the bull so much. I don't know what Quick's phobia is of the little hamster guy. He's just a little guy. Like, I mean, yeah, outside of the giant, like 50-ton wrecking ball thing, that doesn't really matter. But the Kiriko ban from side of Yuri is pretty impactful. It's going to be Route 66 that's the next map, which I think definitely, I think, kind of a big investment early on from Yuri. So now, can they recover and continue with these upcoming maps?
We'll have to see. I do expect Quick to keep this momentum going as well. They look very good. They just keep the same vibe and the pace going on. And they will try to probably take this by the neck and just end it as quickly as possible. No pun intended. But yeah, we'll be having to we will have to wait here for the next matchup to start. It's going to be taking a bit longer. Oh yeah, we're going into it actually very quickly soon. I've just been informed of this fact.
Yeah, Route 66 is, I think a place where we might see some more deviation from the hazard naturally outside of those hero bans. The ailments that you might inflict on your, regular scheduled hazard gameplay. We'll have to see as we're heading into the second map here, Route 66. Let's see what the teams are thinking. Nope, it's still the same.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say when you're talking about the hazard pick, it is still really strong here on this route. Especially this first point, you just keep the other tank off from ever getting to the high ground. It's a very effective strategy.
I
But
I believe as well that Sojourn has been banned, looking at the picks from the side of PQ and Snowdrop as well.
possibly we haven't seen the map.
But yeah, the bans are Sojourn and Hog, so...
Hey,
yeah.
don't ban Hog, man. That's my strategy.
Nah,
my boy. Yeah, we will be seeing Willis and Zero take this top left tiger, and Piku is on this Ash, and Snowdrop has just swapped to the Tracer as well from this Widow, as Willis is doing a rollout apparently, trying to get as high as possible. Just looking to pressure this corner now though, nothing to dive onto quite yet. Sees Nyx, doesn't get the hit onto Nyx. Zero and Nyx holding that angle now. Oh, Willis has trapped Zero there. Getting low himself though.
He has broken free, and Willis now looking to the higher ground to send his opponents crashing down to the hells, but Dip will be the one that does that instead, but Zero and Santi will find two, but Dip finds his second. Those resets piling up, and what a one-shot from Willis. That's just disgusting, and yeah, Nyx sent back to the spawn door quicker than any Lucio rollout could, and now it's going to be a bit of a hasty recontest, bit of a scuffed one for Yumirai to attempt back on this first point.
Yeah, Quick are going to be holding these high grounds away from Yuri. So okay, oh my god. Sorry, it's almost 11, it's already over 10 here, but Yuri Mirad isn't going to be allowed to set up properly here to recontest this cart, but with Willis' good hold combined with some good shots being landed there. And it's looking like first point is going to be captured uncontested, and it's 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, despite the fellow unks that Quick have on their back, they seem to be very awake and aware, unlike my fellow Machu here, because they are letting Dip get to work, and with a Hasdo as well that captures onto Desi. Snowdrop also waiting in the wings to collaborate on that assassination and continue this extension of a rather rapid lead. Willis, oh my goodness, can you set up there? Oh no, maybe. He's thinking about it. He's innovating. No.
Maybe if he puts the wall down there, he could stand up there for a bit longer.
Yeah. But it is going to be a rather difficult choke for Yuri to get through. Santi already jumping clear out, but there's a blade now in this small room. A first slash on the Desi forces the TP. Suzu as well keeps them alive, but only for a moment longer to stare at their impending doom. And right now, Yuri, I don't think they found a single pick. Oh, take that back. Nice Frogger cosplay from Nyx there. Taking out that rather aggressive play from Dip, but is it going to be too little too late as there's so much progress already gone through and Santi's fallen?
Yeah, Johan finds another pick. Johan is the one to watch here for this match and really showing why. And Quick is looking to have a 5-minute time back on third point. Yes. And they do just now unlock it. And it is looking a bit rough.
Yeah. I mean, the underdog we were thinking about, okay, PQ, nice
Ooh.
shot, but this is what we need to see a lot more of, as right now the underdog of Yumirai are looking more like a poodle than a fearsome wolf that they kind of have the potential to be. They need to step up, and they have 5 ults, and if they use correctly, they could snowball into biting up all this time bank off, but Quick also have some big ones coming up of their own. Santi, though, so much pressure onto Dip, gonna force out a lot of resources and find the big connection onto Hasdol, but no kills to come through. It's just too far back for his team to make use of, and now they have to reset, and Willis is building up to the rest of his own. There's been no real easy initiation to go through. All the ults popped at once, so many, but Nyx Ajaxes! Dip finds the execution onto her to shut down that crucial ultimate and continuing his reign of terror. Dip, you are absolutely crucial in finding that team fight victory. Teammates got to be giving him a round of applause for that one.
Yeah, you could say Dip is probably receiving a tip of the hat, as he did manage to stop the Lucio before dipping to the ground with that beat. But now it is the bob being popped out by Pikkukirppu here, trying to stall this card. Santi finds Willis, finally a pick in the favor of Quick Esports, and Santi finds another one. Pikkukirppu falls down though. The fight isn't over yet, but now Zero finishes with 2 picks onto Dip and Natsuki. But the card is slowly moving with Johan as well.
Okay, Johan just finds the Kiriko gap onto Desi there, but at last that rolling onslaught has been ended, and now this is the threat of the 3rd point map. It can feel quite Sisyphean to keep trying to push this cart, and if Yumirai can keep winning them with a pretty hefty spawn advantage, they can really threaten the time bank to dwindle down to 0. But Dip has a Blade, and Willis has a Hazard ult ready to be let loose into the world, and are they ready for it? Piku is not. Willis shuts down as well. The Hazard ult just insult onto injury as the rest of his team will fall. Can that even be a touch to come through? I'm not sure. It's going to have to be Santi or Piku, who's moved over onto the Tracer. There he is. Dip instantly shut down. TP has come through there from Desi, but it won't buy them anything than just taking a few last seconds off of this time bank. 2-minute 44 time bank is quite something.
Yeah, and it is a rough performance there from Yumirai. I mean, they had some bright shining moments, a few good fights, but it is looking like Quick Esports has this game on a chokehold at this point. That time bank is massive, and it just shows the expertise from Quick. I don't know what you're trying to here.
Listen, don't let me get Tobias get one of the quick sponsored snipers out again, okay?
I don't know what
you
you're
gotta think
talking
of
about.
A different word. Gigantonormous, bigly, super large. You've got words to use, just not massive, please. Please.
Massive.
Well, good thing there's nothing else that's massive, so apart from that time bank, like we said, of course.
Yeah, no, and a certain other haircut which I won't mention, but it is quite popular
Tobias,
in demand right now.
Yep. The quick sniper rifle, sponsored by Quick. Yeah, okay. Good. Sorry, I had a brief call there. But hopefully Yumirai can answer their own call here, the call to somehow match or get a similarly sized time bank, because it's gonna be quite a daunting feat to have to go all the way back to 3rd point and also overcome such an advantage in time. But looking at PQ on this Widowmaker, maybe all the time they need is just for them to line up a couple headshots and things could really get rolling their way.
We're looking for a snipe here from Pikkukirppu. Does hit the body shot onto Willis, but only gonna tickle that massive HP pool. And now we're looking for this top right high ground as Yumirai does get contested by Willis though, gets booped down. And now there's a slash probably going into Desi here. An engagement onto the Kiriko, the cleanse is forced. Willis in very deep, but it's not looking like any value is going to come out of it as Santi finds Natsuki in that exchange. And now it's a man down for Quick Esports, but Desi is a very long Yumirai, so is Willis. Willis goes down to Nyx. It's looking like a nice fight win for Yumirai, and as Dip comes up with something incredible here. But it does not look like it, unless... no.
Whee. Yeah. I'm sure there's many puns we can make with Dip there, going off into the chasm, but it's just resetting for the moment to come back for a recontest here. Gonna get taxied by the wonderful Natsuki, but can the package delivery turn this into anything more than a scuffed last touch. Piku has moved over onto the Ashe away from the win, a lot more consistent damage now, but right now it's paying off. Santi capitalizing on it, taking out Dip, and he's looking to get traded there, but a nice Suzu from Desi will keep him nice and healthy. It's now all on Willis to kind of find a trade here as Dip, their primary damage dealer, is out of the fight, trying to return back from Storm. They are buying lots of time. Ken Willis is closing in on a hazard ult. Snowdrop, the pulse is unleashed, but finds nothing but air at the moment. And Piku's Dynamite has found a lot more. Piku finding a second headshot. Santi 0. They'll cut open this first point and absolutely demolish that opening time bank there.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, now you've got a similar time bank to what Quick had here at the start. You're showing a similar performance as well, really snowballing that first point.
Oh my goodness,
God.
0. Okay, holy, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That just got clipped with the middle. You heard that Alt Z from here.
Yeah, I did. I could. Oh my goodness. Like we said,
that was quite a nasty one.
The mechanics are just under the covers here for MRI, but they can be unleashing them like that. Dip looking to try and get some vengeance there for his fallen comrade, but I mean, Zero looking to continue the impressive Genji performance, but the hazard ult will shut him down, as will a headshot from Yoham. The beat invested from Natsuki Nixus holding onto that. Yoham running in deep, first headshot, second onto Piku, looking for Desi as well, but Snowdrop will take it instead. And I mean, they do invest a fair few ults there, but actually so do both sides, to be quite honest with you, Matthew. It was the Blade and Rush from Desi versus the double support ult from Quick Esports.
Yeah, quite a large quantity of ultimates used there. I would have another word for it, but you've told me to quit it, so... Now we're looking at a possible Dragon Blade until this rotate here to initiate this fight. Would be a bit of a strange play, but yeah, there it is. Dip is popping it at low HP, and the beat almost Ajaxed again.
It doesn't catch onto many though. It missed quite a few, but Dip was also sent scurrying, I think mostly from the panic of that beat. The beat has been out the 1-for-1 trading ultimates. Now it's going to be the Ashe Bob from Piku versus a potential rush soon from Yoham. Snowdrop now has the Ashe set in his sights, so the Bob is on the field. Bob trying to do something, especially now that his owner has been assassinated by Willis. The car is still rolling thanks to the effort of Cnix and Zero, but efforts are going to fall to 0. Desi will find an exit frag there onto Yoham, but I think it's nothing more than just a warning. Actually, I said that Willis is so low, and he doesn't have the capacity to keep himself alive, but Dip will shut down Desi. Now Sandy's health bar is unable to get any higher, only going to dip all the way down to 0 instead.
Yeah,
he's going to be so sick of hearing all these puns, I can't lie.
Yeah, he's gonna be sick of it, everybody knows, but we're looking at the Hazard Ultimate matchup here. Both downpours available. Yoham has that Kitty Rush available to his name as well. And Zero is generating good pressure here, trying to get some match control here from Dip and Natsuki. But he's getting collapsed on quite fast, and the Kitty Rush is there used by Yoham now. Trying to see for any picks. Nix is trying to run away. And a nice kite here from Yurei Mirai. Everyone stays alive, force that Kitty Rush out. But the time is ticking down as well, slowly.
Yeah, very well executed disengage there. They just take some time off the bank, but now they have their own Kiriko Rush that can be essentially unmatched aside from that ult from Willis. Snowdrop looking to try and get assassination, and there's the Hazard, not sure, caught onto Desi, unleashing the Kiriko Rush, but it's been stuffed into a corner by the forces of Willis and Dip, and Snowdrop has played their way all the way behind. Santi has done a pretty impactful trade onto Yoham, but Dip gonna make sure that value is next to null. Santi will find his 2 and, you know, drop the easy in the chat, but it is still quite a devastating loss because you do lose with a sizable ult advantage.
Yeah, and now yeah, like you mentioned, Quick Esports now have that Bleed Blade available to them. They can kill the time down here, not take a fight for a while as the card is so far back, and then just pop this Beat Blade when they feel like it. But they're going to be doing this the earliest. Dip trying to find Nix here. Nix doesn't even have that beat online. Dip finds, Desi finds a trade onto Yoham as well. So I would say that Yurei Mirai is the one getting more value out here, and Desi finds Natsuki as well. 2 picks from the Kiriko now. Willis trying to trade Piku Kirpa out here, no recall. And Santi finds Willis there. Now there's no ultimates really left for Quick to invest anymore.
Yeah, Snowdrop will definitely get the touch to come through all the way behind, unless he gets rather unfortunately scouted. Natsuki going over onto the Juno briefly just to kind of spawn tech back a little bit quicker here. That will ensure that Quick can get a bit less of a scuffed touch in, and there it is. Willis first onto the point. Health bar already dropping down. Both cooldowns invested from you. Have to keep him alive. Snowdrop, the pulse on just wide, but Santi spikes not so much, and the rest of the team is trundling around Snowdrop. Can he find anything? It's going to have to be absolutely ginormous, but right now he can't even find Nixie, and Nixie was to get the better of that trade as to 0 the dip.
And it's a big fight win here for Yuri Mirai. Now, like, at the end of the day, Quick has had bigger time back. Now you just gotta worry about capping this. And it is looking like their setup is going to be quite aggressive here. You have to respect the card distance, though. You can't just fight without a reason here. But Santi is taking the engages with Willis. Willis already out of armor. Surely going to get healed up here, but the wall is barely mistimed there. Now there's no thing to keep Willis out from just going in, and that's exactly what Willis is going to be doing. Beat used though by Nyx as Desi finds Willis. Desi getting these picks out of everywhere, like nowhere really.
Yeah, the rabbit out of the hat has been the miracle needed to get them all the way to this third point, and now within striking distance of continuing this map further, but they only have 30 seconds left. It's going to be a difficult place to get there and a difficult place to move through. I'm looking at these time bank differences, but right now Yomurai's only concern is getting Desi's Kiriko Rush online to match that of Yoham, but Yoham's out, is now on the board, but there's Desi's even field now. Both teams amped up by that rush. Shoham trying desperately to keep the team alive. Zero's found the first pick. The Hazard has caught onto one, but not able to get the pick. Nice care there, and even better offense from Zero. And now it's going to take a miraculous touch from Snowdrop. Has already been scouted out. They'll touch the point for just a second here, buying some time. Post bomb going wide. A hit marker there, but not translating into a kill. And Joham's already fallen. The only ult online is Dip. It's going to have to be absolutely huge. Sight set onto next with the boop away. It's going to clear him and only let him slash away at the thick armor of Santi here. It's all falling apart. The beat comes out from Natsuki though. Bind them again. Another second of time, but Piku's pulse and Desi's headshot cleaning up. Santi as well finally finds the last blow, and a minute of time has been bought for Yurei Mirai here.
Yeah, it's not a huge time bank, but it's a time bank you got. Now the game is very winnable for either side. Quick is going to be having a 2.5 minute time bank advantage though. And will a Quick recognize this? Will they go with something more in the terms of stalling? Is that something that's going to be coming out here? Or are they going to trust their guts on this team composition they've shown strength on already?
Yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting question. I think the spawn holds can be pretty effective on this map. Maybe not so much if teams have kind of gotten used to it over the time. It's been more and more prevalent, and especially maybe with the potency of a lot of individuals on these two teams. But yeah, I think it seems to be looking like both teams will be sticking with their guns at the moment.
Yeah, it's the exact mirror again. I wonder, are they going to be setting up close? It doesn't look like it. Willis is looking to hold that same high ground that he's been holding all game. And now, how will Yuri Mirai deal with the situation? Does look like they might be going with a cart push angle here. And
I don't know. It's a conundrum. I think Desi is just going to be looking for a sleep out of the spawn here, most likely going over onto the Kuriko for a second after. Spin for good luck. Sleep invested. Doesn't find the connection, and yeah, there it is, over onto the Kuriko. But yeah, like they're sticking with their guns here. They made it all the way to the third point, but they do not have the same time back, the same luxury to do so this time. It's going to be all on continuous momentum here for Yuri Mirai, and can they get off to a good start?
I mean, Desi is going to launch. Besides Nyx, they're looking for a very aggressive engagement here into the cave. But it doesn't look like anything is going to be falling. It might be Zero that's falling, but finds a nice headshot onto Dip. Either Genji's low HP now. Dip finds the Mega. Nyx falls to Willis. Santi is also going low, retreating into the cave. As it does look like Quick is cleaning house here.
Yeah.
And there's only 15 seconds left now for Yurei to regroup. Luckily the cart is close. So they might be able to take a proper stack up here and just play around the cart for a bit until taking their next engagement.
5 seconds on the clock. Your MRI touching the point. They'll keep getting the overtime as long as they hold on, but gonna be a whole lot of force from a Quick to try and dislodge them. Willis, though, going so low. He needs a cleanse, he needs a Suzu, but Yoham is nowhere in sight. Dip, though, looking for the trace, finds one. Snowdrop finding the second. This can be at the star power of Quick really showing there to cleanse. Zero is so low, and you can see Dip Shurikens heading in their direction. Piku as well, getting hunted down by Snowdrop. And there they are. There's the pick you need. Dip and Snowdrop coming alive, finding the better of their counterpart. Youngblood showing why they are the ones to be feared more. They are the ones that have made it on to such a prestigious team and keeping on going. Snowdrop trying to find an end to it all. Now here, he missed the pulse on, but the melee will not find the same fate. Looking to keep on racking them all up. He's found three, and Dip falls the blade, and UMRI fall well short, so much shorter than what they want to be. Yes, they have such a limited time bank, but Quick do not have that same worry, Matthew.
Yeah, no, now you've got that time bank you have to worry about as Ure. Quick is gonna be going crazy. They're gonna be taking a lot of fights here against you. You cannot get picked off at any scenario here. One pick might change the course of the entire map as the cart is so close with almost a full time bank to go. You've cut it so close. Now you just gotta lock in and do something unbelievable. And anything can happen still at this stage.
Yeah. I mean, Dip and Snowdrop really just came alive, a dastardly duo, forming a partnership of blood and bone in those final moments to shut down Urimarai's journey and make it more just a brief stroll out of the spawn, unfortunately for them. But Yumarai, all hope is not lost. You can see that golden box of victory just past this initial choke point here. If they can effectively get a spawn hold, take a minute off the clock, maybe it's doable, but it's 3 minutes 44 seconds, Matthew. It's going to take a monstrous effort for Yumarai to surmount.
Yeah, you could say it's going to be taking a massive
No,
amount
you
of effort
couldn't.
here.
No, you
Yes,
couldn't.
you could. Yes, you could. But we're seeing a Zen pick here from Natsuki on the side of Quick. It's Zen Anna. Most likely just for an early pick. And Kiriko Lucio is going to be the comp. It's going to be the same comp we've been saying now for this last 20 minutes of Route 66. And it's going to be coming down to the last 3 minutes of the game to decide who's going to be taking map 2. As Willis takes his engagement onto Santi early on.
Quick are already halfway towards that win condition. You can see it, they're already in Willis's sight. The car almost about to round the corner. Urimarai have to hold on for dear life. And Snowdrop versus Piku on that lower flank is a key, crucial fight in that. Right now, though, Dip has to dash away there. Early engagements, everyone's health bar so low. Right now, Snowdrop looking to take zero all the way to his namesake, and Willis will do that. The first pick goes the way of Quick Esports, and now can Yumarai find the answer? They have to touch the point. Next will throw their life onto the cause, but no one else can answer. Yoham claims 2, and Quick Esports will claim the second map.
Yeah, now a 2-0 series lead, and now it is going to be all pressure on you. Yeah, now we're finally back for map 3 and the possible match point of the series. We are back from a quick break and now the lobby is set up, everything's ready to go.
Yeah, going into Suravasa is what we expected here. We are to wait on what those hero bands are going to be. Hopefully, when the players will be nice enough to let us on the chat. We do wish there was a kind of way to visualize it, but unfortunately, we'll have to try and get that fixed some other time. But they are still very impactful here, and they will get a hint of it for what they're going to be. A lovely observer mag from GemG is indeed asking, and I think by the looks of it, it's a Hazard Juno band. Very interesting. Kind of given away by the fact that Hazard's not in the lobby. Otherwise, he would be. He would be because there's no other reason not to play Hazard at the current time. It's going to be the Amalga look versus the Queen look, but everything else is practically the same.
Yeah, I mean, interesting matchup here. More about sustain versus engagement and pick value. And we do see an early knife onto Santi already from Willis. It does hit that. Another character Willis is known for is this Junker Queen. It is a very solid pick from him. And now we're seeing actually Yuri Mira having good positioning here over Quick. But Dips recognizes that and goes to challenge the Genji out. As Pikkukirpo gets taken to quite a low HP by that blue from Snowdrop.
Yeah. There's an early knife onto Santi, but right now both teams are just holding this initial choke point. Bit of a stalemate. Mirai, they are controlling the point, so Dip is the one sent to deal with that. But he is now all alone, dashing out on a sliver of HP, but it's going to be enough to keep him in the fight for the time being. Oh no, Piku, he's been isolated. I don't know how that's happened, but the knife will finish that tail before he even knows how it gets started. And Dip dashing away to safety yet again as Johan joins them away. And now there's a man advantage for Quick Esports. Yumirai are holding onto the point for as long as they can, but looking how Quick are overly aggressing in, have already forced out the cleanse. Surely someone is quick to fall to their wrath, and yes, it will. Dip also looking to add Desi to that list, and finally, after 40%, the point will go the way of Quick.
Yeah, a good fight there for Quick, but sorry. A very good hold from Yuramira to keep that point. They captured it early on, 40% on the clock. If that had gone in the way of Quick, then this would probably be first point already over. But Quick do want to end it already being this close to their spawn doors.
Yeah, Quick
Both support ultimates available.
Aggressively here, and yeah, ready to unleash those ultimates in a moment notice. Snowdrop getting head up there by Johan, but Willis is falling low. The cleanse and the rush out now to try and bolster them. The blade as well from the side of Yuri getting sent backwards. Snowdrop with the overclock, so many damage force out at once. The deflect keeping the team alive, and Snowdrop not going to have the same courtesy, but Dip looking to trade that defense for offense. We'll find the trade. Both Snowdrops now out of the fight, but Dip is low HP and stranded in enemy territory. But Desi and next, they're letting them live. They had to try and save Santi, but their attempts were in vain, and Santi falls, and now 94%. This flashpoint is soon to almost immediately go the way of Quick Esports, and yeah, that's the opening you need if you're looking to make it a clean sweep for the side of Quick Esports. So many Qs in that sentence, Jesus.
Yeah, and it is going to be, and it is going to be the ultimates queuing up as well. As we do see now, Quick Esports having that Queen Rush compared to that Cage and Overclock from the side of Yuri Mirai, as that Cage gets used very early.
Yeah,
and
but
Pikkukirpo has found Natsuki in it, and 3 people have been found. And an instant fight win for Yuri Mirai, though the point hasn't been unlocked yet. Might be negligible at the end of this point. We will have to see.
I mean, you will still get some percentage, and I know that you need to go early to kind of lock up Willis from using that Queen ult to tear through your opposition, but yeah, maybe jumped the gun a bit early there. But hey, you got a whole lot of gun to work with Piku's overclock. Now possibly positioned on that high ground if they feel like it. The rest of Quick, they'll be skirting around this right side, looking to get Willis set up to hit a big, clean rampage. The main obstacle to that is going to be Desi's cleanse, so all eyes on how and if that can get force before Willis lets loose.
Yeah, and it's looking like the Queen ult is a prospect here. Willis looking to angle it here, possibly take a little bit of a poke phase before going in. But it is Dip taking that off angle from the back. And there's an overclock being popped here now. A nice knife onto Santi though, and Santi falls now to Snowdrop's normal railgun. And now it's Uri's advantage, Quick's advantage to take against Uri. Shout is used by Willis, and now all this space is being claimed by Quick. The fight is over.
Yeah, they do get a pretty cheeky 83% themselves, do Ure Mirai, and Esports didn't even have to let loose that Queen ultimate as Santi just fell over to that Kiriko Rush, but now Desi does have one unmatched themselves. Again, it's going to come down to can this Queen ult be online? There's also a lot more to pair it up with this time, and a lot more ults in general across the board. Quick have a slight advantage looking at the ult situations 4 to 3, and there's the first. The blade pulled from Dip going in aggressively, but a nice cleanse and the rush going to keep the team alive. Santi will stomp onto Dip to shut down that dream with a nice little cheeky Genji clip, but the Queen's looking to make her own montage. Piku's the one building it in reality. A shot shut down Natsuki before he can let loose that beat. Nyx as well trading out on to Santi. Trading with plan on Santi as Nyx will take out Snowdrop, and now this point could really go either way. It's Yoham and Willis against, I was going to say against Nyx, but Willis going to make sure that's only 2 now. 3 as eventually Desi has rejoined the fray, but it's bought some time for Quick to go back onto the point, and now it's all going to come down to Zero's Blade versus the beat and overclock from Snowdrop.
Yeah, and Quick are going... Oh, never mind, it's Yuri. Mira playing this aggressively. But the Willis finds an axe onto Desi. Doesn't seem to matter though. Santi does fall to the overclock though. There's a tank exchange happening here. And Nyx peeks a bit too early, and Snowdrop finds that railgun kill. And Dip finds Zero. Snowdrop finds another. Piku falls to Snowdrop. Desi falls to Natsuki. And that's point 2 for Quick Esports. Match and round point here now in play.
Yeah, that's gotta feel rough for Mirai, especially Zero there. He put on such a performance with the blade, making it so flashy and pretty, dancing on enemy team. But in reality, it was the cold, hard, unwavering shot from Snowdrop's overclock that shut down, getting the 3 compared to the 2 the blade got. So now it's all gonna come down to a building overclock from Piku and Santi's cage. Yes, I think the best option for Quick Esports is going to be this rush, but it's going to be still a tall order for Yoham to let loose. And there's the cage. Willis already so low. The axe not able to find the connection. The Suzu will keep him up for just a moment longer, and the cage has been lived. Now it's Yumarai's turn to run and scramble in fear, but they just can't get away quick enough as Willis, Dip, they all come alive and make sure Yumarai stay very, very dead.
Yeah, and that is a good, you know, we saw the POV a little bit, some good dodging there by Willis to keep himself up through that cage. Dodging, bobbing and weaving. And now it's Quick Esports' advantage to take here. They're gonna be holding this close. There's 3 ultimates on the board for Yurei Mirai. 3 ultimates building up for Quick Esports as well. It's anyone's here to take, but Quick are going to be having the advantage of holding this space out from them. And that is just what Dip's gonna do. Dip's gonna pop this blade early. Cleanse force from both sides. Looks like shout used as well by Santi. And now the time bank is slowly ticking down. The Quick are going to be retreating here, but baiting Willis. Willis is in the corner, behind Yurei Mirai now. On a flank, Nyx is low, Cleanse is forced. Trying to hunt this backline with Natsuki. Oh, but it's a nice pick from Pikukirp. A nice shot on that railgun. And it finds Santi as well with the overclock. Sorry, no, you find Willis with the overclock as well. But Johan trades for Santi.
Yeah, Piku has found 4 this fight, and that will be the opening that hopefully the rest of his team could shove into taking this first flashpoint, and they will. The point flip has come through, 98% taken for Quick though, and Yoham is building up with just intense speed towards another Kitsune Rush, and Willis has a Queen ult as well. It's all going to be on the beat from Nixie, but Snowdrop's overclock is also a threat to even Ajax that. Willis already falling low, knows not to use the shout, now has to properly re-engage with, and there is the shout, there's the overclock, all in now. The beat, they are going to try and disengage us by the looks of it, but now Yoham has baited them into a counterattack from the rush. And Snowdrop's taken out. Santi, Desi trying to hold on to this rush to deny the Queen ult, but it's been invested far too late. And there's no attempt to retouch here. And the third and final flashpoint, the third and final map will go the way of Quick Esports.
Yeah, that's the series at an end, and congratulations to Quick, and well played for Yurei Mirai to get here and put up a fight here throughout this series. I mean, Route 66 was a very impressive performance, but that does mark the end of their journey in the OWCS qualification bracket.
Yeah, it's a lot of respect to them though as well. They did play very very impressive with that, especially on terms of their individual mechanics. Really had some flashes of brilliance across the board, but unfortunately, just the teamwork, just the slight alt rotations were what got Quick the favor. They are, of course, kind of the expected to win that, but good to see that they did so in a fashion that will hopefully give them momentum to propel them later into tomorrow's matches. But yeah, congratulations to Quick for taking this map, and it's a bitter farewell to the members of Euro Mirai. Thanks for making such a valiant competition and really, pushing Quick in a lot of ways to compete at a good level. But now that does leave Quick with quite a foreboding thought to deal with, which is who do we face, Machu? Is it going to be, was it SR Peak Check or
The
Al
ultimates.
all the ultimates? Ah, even better. Yes, it's not exactly a fun debate to have in your head for which of those teams you rather face, because either way, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a rough ride for the Quick Boys to cling on to hold on their place in OWCS stage number 1. But that will have to be found out tomorrow, as that is our last match of the day. Today, thank you all so much for joining us. And Matthew, do you have any closing words for our stream here today?
No, not really. I mean, the one thing I will say is keep an eye out tomorrow, as the matchups will be obviously very good from what it said predicted. I'm not sure if it is my prediction that's correct on the matchup, but I think if I read the bracket correctly, it is going to be either SR Paycheck or the Ultimates, which you can right now go ahead as well after the stream. Go ahead and watch on LH Cloudy's POV, as well as Commander X is also streaming the Incendia Sakura game, which is another upper bracket game to decide who goes through. So have an eye out on those two games happening right now. But other than that, we'll be cutting it here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Happy to cast again. Thank you, Netnif, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you around.
Bye bye.